as it's been in years. Dog, let's go to the wall here.
Yep.
I want you to stack up your contenders in the AFC.
Okay. Jeff, you know what my thing fell, so I can't talk now. Jeff, you know the AFC playoff contenders, right?
Yeah, I know.
You know who's in. The Raiders didn't make it. The Colts are not going to make it. You understand it? Okay.
We got a 2% chance, dog.
2% chance. All right, here, number one. These are the teams. It's wide open the AFC.
Yeah.
They got no Mahomes in there. We got this wide. Anybody could win in the AFC. So that's why we stacked them up from a three-way standpoint. So number 3 would be Pittsburgh. I don't think Pittsburgh can get to a Super Bowl. I know they're going to get a home game. They're probably going to win the division. And Rodgers, we understand, and Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game in about 10 years.
Right.
So, but they're going to have a tough matchup with that 5 seed, maybe Buffalo. And I don't think Pittsburgh's winning 3 games. They're going to have to win 2 on the road. The home game, the 5-4 game will be a hard game. I don't think Pittsburgh is going to the playoffs, so I'm going to put them on the going playoffs. Going to go far in the playoffs. I'll put them in tier 3.
Okay.
At tier 2, my team's in tier 2. It's a little different. I'm going to put Jacksonville and Houston. I'm going to put the AFC South here in the tier 2. Listen, I know Lawrence has played great, and I understand Cohen's done a great job, and they just beat Denver, so I understand that. I got to see Jacksonville do it in the postseason. Number one, they do not have a good home field. That is not a scary place to play. They're not going to sell the game out, probably. The weather will be decent. That is not a tough place to play. So I am not going to go crazy on Jacksonville just yet, and they're going to be maybe a 2 seed in the AFC. But I'm still putting it in tier 2. And although the Texans have an excellent defense, they have a good defense. I didn't like what I saw against the Raiders. They can be a little. You were there. They can be a little up, and they were terrible offensively. Their running game sometimes can be a little spotty. I don't even love the field goal kicker. So I'm going to put the tier. I'm going to put that. They don't win. You know what Houston does? They win 1 game, and they never win that second game. You know, they win the first game, the AFC South Saturday 4:30 game, and then we take. They win that game. Then the next week they get killed by someone. So until I see them get to that championship level, I'm going to put them at number 2. Tier 2. My tier 1 teams, I'm putting everybody else. I'm going to say he's winning 4. I can't separate them. They're going to get. I think home field. They get the best defense in the AFC, and they win a Super Bowl. Yeah. You got New England. May was unbelievable. The pass he made to the kid who scored the touchdown at 24-20 reminded me of Manningham in the Super Bowl. That great catch, the Williams catch, reminded him of the Manningham catch in Indianapolis, which won them the Super Bowl. Very similar. That was a tremendous 4th quarter. He's a great coach. He's due for some luck too. Ryan Tannehill's not his quarterback anymore. He's due for some luck. Patriots are dangerous, and they could be a 2 seed. I think you got to put the Chargers in this race. First of all, they can still be the 1 seed.
Right. You know, both Denver and the.
Remember, if the Chargers beat Houston Saturday afternoon and then beat Denver the last game of the year, they win the division because they got tiebreakers. They beat the Broncos twice. So if LA wins 2 games in a row, they could be the 1. Depends what the Patriots do. They could be the 1 seed. So I got to put them in tier 1 when they still have a chance to get to that level. And Herbert is due. Last year, if you remember correctly, against Houston, he threw 5 interceptions. He was terrible in the game. He is due to have a couple of good playoff games. He's too good. He's had a great year. So and they got a good defense. You've got them.
No doubt about it.
Too. And then a lot of people feel this way, and I do too. There's no Mahomes. They're playing well. Their defense it's okay, but he is their short passing game. The running back is all of a sudden one of the best backs in football. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, if you're asking me now for a pick in the Super Bowl, I'm taking Bills Rams. I think the Bills, even if they don't win the division, they're the only team here that I think can win 3 games on the road. And remember, the sweet spot is the 5 seed. Yeah. Because if you're the 5 seed, if you're Buffalo, you go to Pittsburgh in game 1. They've already beat Pittsburgh there. They beat it badly in the second half. And I don't want to make Rodgers mad at me, but let's face it. Pittsburgh is a beatable team. They're the worst team out. I think we all agree. Jeff, you agree? They're the worst team out of the 7?
I agree.
Courtney, you agree?
I mean, if they run the ball like they did in Pittsburgh, which was the most rushing yards ever put up in that stadium, they can
look out their starting tackle.
Yeah.
Don't you guys just think that maybe it's Buffalo's time? You're not going to do it enough.
Listen, this right, if their offense gets right, they should be. But if their offense plays like it did the other day, they're down in 3.
And they have been playing better.
Yeah.
To that point.
Yeah.
My issue with Buffalo, when you look at this AFC, they no doubt about it have the best quarterback that you have to trust in going to the playoffs. My issue that when you look at these teams, they list. When you talk about wide receiver core, what's on this list? Yes, they can run the hell out of the football, but that's my fear with the Buffalo Bills. I'm surprised that you said you need to see them win in the playoffs, but to put them in tier 1 without any doubt. You felt like Herbert is just doomed when Jacksonville is maybe showing us more. They were able to beat them in a play like that.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
Am I wrong for thinking that the Chargers and all the offensive line injuries, I know they've been able to get through it so far, does that come to a head in the postseason?
You fear the matchups,
Yeah.
right? You fear that they're going against potentially the Chargers, where maybe whoever they're possibly going, the Chargers may be going to Pittsburgh, and now you have Heisman, you have Irving, if Watt's able to come back, like now you have to deal with those guys, and they found a way to patch it together. But
I think, like with Danny Court, to your point, I think anytime you start talking about these defenses and even the Denver defense, and you start talking, is what's their plan? Like all these matchups are really what's going to make or break these playoffs. It's not, no team has a runaway, right? Everybody has warts on. And so, but I'm like you, I would say I would have put Jacksonville, I would have switched those two, in my opinion, for as well as Jacksonville's playing right now.
Jeff, how do you feel about this local?
I don't see a horseshoe. We're doing a horseshoe
I'm
on it.
surprised you didn't put yourself in tier 1. It's fine with me. Put yourself in there.
Remember one thing about the Pats.
Coming up, could the Bears
where things are a little bit more up for grabs. Denver's sitting there at 12-3 after the loss to Jacksonville, so New England takes a step up after the upset win over Baltimore. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, the Jaguars have just continued to handle their business week in and week out. Saturday, I'll start with you on this one. Who ends up grabbing the 1 seed?
I'm going to go the Broncos here just because I can't do it. The Colts, I was going to go Patriots. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put it up there. I'm not going to have a Patriot thing under my name. I'm not going to do it. I mean, obviously, I'm pulling for Drake May. I'm devastated. I'm going Broncos, man. I'm going to go Broncos.
Yeah, I think there's obviously, I agree with Jeff with the Broncos, and there's a difference at the quarterback position between these two situations. But outside that quarterback position, I like the Broncos roster a lot better. Like, their defense is reliable and dominant in most cases. They weren't last week. But then the offensive line and Sutton on the receiver side, I think that along with Payton allows their offense to be effective. I like this team a little better than I like the Patriots.
I'm pulling for May. No. You already took a shot at the Colts struggling, and look, Patriots are back. Great.
I'm going to the Drake May coming back in the fourth quarter. The Patriots Sunday night, they almost called Dave Andrews to come play tackle for them, calling guys out of retirement, and they're finding ways to win. No Robert Spillane on defense in that game. Still Milton Williams, now he's eligible to come back, and they're finding ways to win. Vrabel has his team just playing really good football. Let's go with the Pats after that.
They're playing the Jets and the Dolphins.
Talk about it, Robbie.
Like I don't think they're going to lose, which means this is down to Broncos or Patriots. And the Broncos should be fine Thursday against the decaying carcass of the Kansas City Chiefs. But they have a tough one against the Chargers in Week 18. So I think of all the 4 games involving these two teams, the most likely to end up a loss would be Denver in Week 18 for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Patriots in this situation, I think they probably have a better shot, but I trust the team that's been there last year. Like, their team the Broncos are building something. I think this is early for the Patriots. Like, this is their first year. We saw how they bounced back from that kind of collapse against the Bills. They bounced back last week to have an incredible comeback. So I think this team is mentally tough. Of course, they're a Vrabel team. They're only going to get better. But I have a little bit more faith and trust in Payton and his Broncos.
Jeff, Pats get the number 1 seed. Can we get that graphic for the team most likely to win the AFC?
You could ask him which team plays in New England, and he would pick anyone